Alright, folks, buckle in because this footage starts fast and goes downhill immediately. What you're about to see is a rare look inside a police station blunder that spirals from confusion to full-blown wrongful arrest in minutes. The officers jump in with suspicion, miscommunication, and a rush to judgment, and none of them seem to realize they're targeting the wrong man. Watch closely. From the moment Brett enters that unlocked privacy room, you'll notice the officers scrambling to justify decisions that never had a legal foundation. Pay attention to the language used, the assumptions made, and the complete collapse of procedure. This is one of those incidents that shows exactly how dangerous it can be when officers act on belief instead of verification. Let's get into it.
Episode, Auditor Brett walks straight into one of the dumbest and costly police blunders I've ever covered. He steps into the police station's privacy room, a room he'd already been allowed into before, but two officers storm in and start questioning him like he's broken into a vault. Brett brushes them off, but suddenly they arrest him for breaching a court order that has absolutely nothing to do with him. It's one of the most embarrassing misidentifications you'll ever see, and Brett turns this disaster into one of the biggest payouts I've covered on the channel.
This isn't public access in here.
Yeah, but I'm in conversation with her.
I know, but this isn't a public access area, so you can just head out into here for me.
I'm in the middle of a conversation. This is so that I can have a private conversation. Yeah, but I'm having a private conversation with him.
Okay, you're not at the minute though, so if you could just head out on here, because this is a private room. Thank you very much.
Sure. Right. What's your name again, sorry?
As I said, Tony.
Tony and Lucy, was it?
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
And you're 8013.
7536.
And you want to know how I managed to get through there?
Yeah.
Why are you so curious about that?
See, are you not going to tell us? I
Restricted area.
ultimately, we can look at the cameras. If you can tell us, that would just be quicker for everyone involved, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't see what I need to tell you.
Okay, well, we'll wait on you.
Why are you so curious about that then?
Because it's a locked room, that's all.
Maybe I've got superpowers.
Do we know who can access the cameras in the front office? Staff, I don't know.
The way these officers reacted, you'd think Brett had slipped past biometric scanners and security beams, but all he did was open a closed, unlocked door with zero signage. In policing and premises law, that matters. If there's no warning and no barrier, a member of the public has no reason to assume the room is off limits. Brett didn't force entry, didn't bypass anything, didn't ignore any instruction. The truth is simple. If the police expect a room to remain private, it's their job to lock it. They didn't. That's a failure of procedure, not a crime. The fact they escalated by trying to check cameras instead of admitting their own negligence shows exactly why this whole situation spiraled.
Have you just come out of custody?
No. Well, I did go and see custody.
You want to go see her?
Yeah, I was just having a look round.
Did they help you?
Well, she opened the door for me. But I was having a look round.
I think we just need to make sure that this door is secure, that's really...
Yeah.
Because you're not committing any offences, so we just need to make sure that the door is secure, that's all. I wonder if it's just been left slightly...
But that's just a private room, isn't it? So you can have a private conversation rather than having a public one out there.
Into it, were you? I'm out of the police station. Don't want you in the police station.
Why not? It's a public building.
I think you've got bail conditions not to be in them.
No, I haven't.
You've got a CBO condition, have you not?
No,
What have you got then?
nothing at all.
What's
What's CBO stand for?
behavioural order?
No, I haven't.
My colleague's just going to get some details. And we'll work it out from there.
How are you? How can I not be allowed to go in a police station then? It's like not being allowed in a hospital if you had a road accident or something. If I've got business to be in here.
The male officer refuses to let Brett back into the police station, a public building, based on nothing more than, I think you've got a CBO. He hasn't even confirmed it yet with the colleague checking his details. He just acted on a hunch and treated it as if it were established fact. You don't restrict someone's access to public services on a guess, especially when the person is literally telling you they're waiting for a specific officer they were already speaking to. A criminal behaviour order is a serious post-conviction court order that places strict restrictions on someone's movements and activities. You don't just think someone has one, you must know, because getting it wrong means unlawfully denying a perfectly innocent person their rights.
What's your business to be in there?
Well, I have got business to be in there.
What's your business?
I'm inquiring and following up about an illegal arrest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that He knows the procedure, doesn't he?
What, as to whether it was illegal or not? You know my name, do you?
Yeah.
Because obviously that gentleman in there, who's very polite actually and very helpful, he knows who I am. What would happen if I went in the police station then?
You'll be breaching whatever order it is that you've been given.
Well, I haven't been given any orders. When you get, just tell me how you get given the order, because as far as I know, there's no order. But how would it have been presented? In some sort of document form, wouldn't it?
Usually, yeah.
And I'd have had a bit of paper or a bit of writing on there saying,
Or you may have been to court.
no, I'm been to court. Only in jury service. I'm allowed in the police station until you can prove that otherwise, aren't I?
Brett does the officer's job for him, and the logic is bulletproof. If a criminal behaviour order exists, it comes from court, it's recorded and it's served. You'll have stood before a magistrate or been properly notified, and you'll have paperwork spelling out the terms. By calmly asking, how would I get it? Would I have been given documents? Brett forces the only sensible answer. If none of that happened, you've got the wrong person or no order. Before blocking access, he should have 1. Verified identity properly with full details. 2. Run the system for a live CBO against that person. And 3. Confirmed service and terms. Code A/G standards demand evidence-led action, not speculation.
This is the moment everything flips from confusion to outright failure. Notice how the officers shift from uncertainty to certainty without ever confirming the basics. No identity check, no verification of paperwork, nothing. Proper police procedure requires confirmation before restriction, and CBO or CPO restrictions are among the most serious orders a civilian can be accused of breaching. Yet here, the officers rely on assumptions and hearsay between themselves, treating a guess as a proven fact. This is where accountability matters. A simple data check could have prevented the arrest, the use of force, and the humiliation that followed. Ask yourself if officers can arrest someone inside their own station based on a hunch. How often does this happen to people who don't have body cams rolling? Was this a rush to assert authority, or a genuine misunderstanding that spiraled because nobody paused to verify?
At the moment, no, because we don't want you in there just at the moment.
Why not?
Because we believe that you're breaching a community order.
Community order?
Yeah.
How else would the community order work then? So, for example, would it be for like antisocial behaviour or?
I believe so. I haven't seen the order myself.
Yeah, there would be. What I'm getting at is there would be a reason, would there, as to why you're not allowed to do something. Is that right? Yeah, and that would be down there as well. What sort of things could you be given that sort of?
There's a multitude of things.
Oh, go on. These are what I'm interested in. Hiya.
Hello. Can I just confirm your name is Julian?
Some people call me that. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Julian, the time is 1:15 p.m. I'm arresting you on suspicion of breaching your community protection order
I haven't got a community protection
by being
order.
in less than 100 metres from a police station. I'm also arresting you on suspicion of being found in an enclosed premises. Do not have to say anything that may harm defence. You do not mention one question, something which later will lie in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah. But
No, you're under arrest now, so you're not allowed your phone.
She asks, your name's Julian, and Brett replies truthfully, some people call me that. That answer should have been her cue to verify everything properly. Full legal name, spelling, date of birth, confirmation checks, the basics of policing. Instead, she treats a casual nickname like a legally confirmed identity and jumps straight to arrest. It's a catastrophic failure of procedure, and the charges she invents are even worse. She arrests Brett for breaching a community protection order, but then she throws on being found in an enclosed premises, which collapses instantly under her own words.
I think we just need to make sure that this door is secure. That's really... Yeah. Because you're not committing any offences, so we just need to make sure that the door is secure, that's all.
She admitted the door wasn't locked. She admitted he hadn't forced entry. She admitted no crime had taken place. Then she arrests him for the exact thing she'd already confirmed wasn't an offence.
So what happened was I was arrested. They used force against me and put me in cuffs and bent my fingers back. They stuck me into the back of the police van and took me around to the custody place where I was told that I'd breached a behavioural order and I'd got into a secure area. Well, I protested my innocence and well, they looked into it and discovered that they had arrested the wrong person. That there's another person with my name and date of birth who has a behavioural order against them, and they thought that that was me, and like I say, arrested me for it. And then this secure area I got into, well, the door was ajar. It's in the public foyer where you have a private conversation with the police staff.
Brett was hauled off to custody like a dangerous offender, all based on an identity they never properly confirmed. Once he got there, the truth unraveled instantly. The person they wanted has the same name and date of birth, but isn't Brett. That alone shows how recklessly they acted. They arrested a man on nothing more than a guess, with no verification, no due diligence, and no basic safeguarding against misidentification. And then comes the final embarrassment. They accused him of entering a secure area, but even in custody, they had to acknowledge what Brett had been saying all along. The door wasn't locked, it was ajar, because it's the public privacy room, a space designed for members of the public to have confidential conversations with staff. By the time custody staff realized he was completely innocent, the damage was already done. Unlawful arrest, pain from the handcuffs, and a total failure of professionalism from start to finish.
In the police station there, I had legitimate reason to be in there. I wanted to talk to them about the previous case. Guys in the custody suite, to be fair, are nice guys. Big up Graham in the custody. But they released me, saying they'd checked the CCTV footage and seen that the door was ajar, and I just pushed the door open and went in. So it wasn't a secure area. So that's that, really. Pretty shocking to get arrested, though, for that, isn't it?
Brett's reply exposes the reality better than any breakdown ever could.
When you look at the full picture, this incident is a masterclass in how small procedural missteps snowball into major civil rights violations. An unlocked door, a mistaken name, and assumptions treated as facts led to an unlawful arrest, unnecessary force, and a payout exceeding £20,000, all because verification steps were skipped. The officers ignored the suspect's questions that should have triggered caution, contradicted their own statements about offenses, and doubled down on action with no legal footing. Incidents like this highlight why professionalism, accurate identity checks, and accountability aren't optional. They protect both the public and the officers themselves. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life body cam breakdowns. Your support helps keep independent analysis alive.